Hey guys, Joe here. Still not feeling 100%, but I was feeling good enough to come out and do a video for you. The vehicle I'm doing a video on is a trailer. I'm just kidding with you. I'm doing a video on the gasoline engine Colorado crew cab. I did one on the diesel a while back, and I don't know if I gave it its fair shake. I said I liked the truck. Some people misinterpreted things. Obviously, it's the internet, so people are going to do that. Much like on my Volt video, where the instant I said I don't like the Prius, nobody continued watching the video and they all put a thumbs down. I liked the diesel Colorado. Don't get me wrong. My friend is the one who said he thought it was dangerously slow. I never said that. I said it accelerated like a hybrid. Most hybrids are good enough at accelerating to where they're not impeding traffic, which is the goal when you have something utilitarian like a hybrid or a diesel pickup truck. You're not out there to win stoplight drag races, you're out there to haul things. So there you go. This one is one that I'd been thinking about doing ever since I did the heavy duty, and I just got around to doing it. I had about 20 minutes for my break, and rather than go and eat, I decided to make a video because that's me. I'm a nerd. I like my video games, I like my cars, I like my trucks, and I wanted to do this one while it was still fresh in my old noggin. Now, we just got in a Spark that I intend to do a video on, but it hasn't been checked in yet. So I know Spark, he did one before, but this one's got some weird ass options on it, so I think it's definitely worth a look. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a quick walk around, then we're gonna look at the engine, then we're gonna look at the inside, then we're gonna talk about it a little bit, then we're gonna go for a drive, then we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna say, so walking up on the truck, you will see it's finished off in a quite striking orangish red. It's not a bad color. It actually works okay on this truck because it does have a mix of chrome and black to help break it up. However, it's not my first choice. This one is an LT package. It's not a Z71, but it is an LT package. So it does have nicer features like the nicer wheels, the fog lamps, the slight chrome packaging that you're seeing around it. And as you can see, if I wasn't in the way with the camera, she has a on sale price MSRP'd at $39,235. That is a lot until you consider that this vehicle is very similar in capabilities to a half-ton for about 80% of the people out there. I'm not saying it's as capable as a half-ton, okay? I'm saying it's as capable for a lot of people as the half-ton. Don't get me wrong. As you can see on the window sticker here, if I could block it enough, yeah, there you go. 20 mile per gallon average, 24 on the highway. That's not bad for a four-wheel drive vehicle, especially one that can actually do the job. It's got the pretty standard bumper steps back here. One thing I like about Chevy is that they give you both a 7-pin as well as the 4-pin connector. So that's good. It has the slow drop-down tailgate, so that's nice to have. No bed liner in this one, but it can be easily added. It's better than having a drop-in on it. And as you can see, this is the short box. It is available with a long box on the crew cab. However, it is not available with a short box if all you have is the extended cab. So keep that in mind as you're shopping around. Walking around to the front here, I really like the integrated look they went for in this truck. It really changed from the previous generation. It's a very modern take on the truck. So good on Chevy. Good on ya, Chevy. So here is the 3.6 liter direct injected V6 that makes 305 horsepower, 269 foot-pounds of torque. The reason I pointed is it should have been showing right here. I don't know if it actually did. Did it, Joe? Cool. But yeah, it's pretty quiet. It's not bad. It's pretty well balanced. For a direct injected engine, it's actually a little bit quieter than I expected. Could also have to do with the plastic cover, might be muffling a little bit of the noise. It does have a pretty nice liner underneath the hood. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Projector beams. Those are halogen projector beams. They're not high intensity discharge. Now, halogen projector beams have been around forever. Basically, all it does is, rather than having the reflector behind the bulb and the bulb sitting in the middle, you know, in the middle with all the stuff around it, A projector beam, the bulb goes into the back of the bulb, and then the inside of the projector itself is focused. It's kind of a nice way of doing it. It kind of cleans up the look so it doesn't look as frumpy. And then of course it does have fog lights because this is the LT trim. A view from the door, which I have never done before. It's got black leather seats finished out really nice. Now Chevy claims that this is double memory foam, and it actually is pretty darn rigid. They say that it will help it hold its shape longer over the course of the life of the vehicle. And feeling how stiff the material actually feels, I actually believe it. Of course, with standard crash ratings and everything, the headrests on these things are frickin' but what are you gonna do about that? Looks pretty similar in here to the Colorado diesel, and there's a really good reason for that, because it has the same equipment level pretty much. If you remember, the diesel I drove actually had the smaller screen because it was a little bit more basic truck, but other than that, it's pretty similar in here. As you can see, this has the bigger screen in it, as well as, you know, has actual nav versus the OnStar nav, which is okay. As you look down here, you'll see it has rock on single zone climate control. As you look down here, you'll see it does have heated seats both sides, which is a nice feature to have. You've got your standard power ports, USB and aux jack down here. Some people think that all pickup trucks nowadays should come with a floor shifter like this. I'm not 100% sold on it. I could take it or leave it. In the center console here, you have the USB port in here. Now this should be the fast charging one because it is a white surround on it. Yeah, I didn't try it in manumatic mode. I really don't care for the ones that have them right there. It's just kind of annoying. Much like Ford has their center stack, the Chevrolets all have their center stack as well. So it's obviously configurable for all your different settings, and that's kind of handy because it does help keep your eyes on the road and keep you from having to turn your head just to see one menu or the other. Absolutely bog standard steering wheel controls here. That controls the screen, that controls your cruise control, that controls your headlights. And again, this is a personal thing, but if you agree with me, let me know. I don't like that the four-wheel drive switch is the exact same size and it's that close to the headlight switch, especially when you're sitting in the vehicle. So this is my view right now. From my eye level, this is my view. Now, if I look down, all I see is nothing. I can't see the headlight switch or the four-wheel drive knob. So let's say it's really late at night, you jump in the truck. If you grab the first knob that you run into inside the truck, you may accidentally grab the four-wheel drive, you may grab the headlights. I don't know. I guess the easiest way to avoid that is to leave it in auto, which is what I do for my other vehicle. So standard OnStar, standard mirror. I kind of like the infinity mirrors, and I looked it up. You can actually buy the infinity mirror. That's the one without the big black frame on them online, but they're not cheap. They're a couple of $100 for nice ones. Yeah, so let's jump in the back as I have this seat in my full seating position, and we'll see what kind of room I've got in this one. Is this the most comfortable truck in the world? No. The heavy duty I was in was one of the more comfortable trucks I've ever been in. This one is okay for short jaunts to and from the work zone, or if you're hauling kids behind you. Obviously, if the passenger seat was moved forward, it would be much more comfortable for me. However, I will say it's not that much worse than a shorter cab Ram or Silverado. As you can see, my legs are a little splayed. This seat could probably move up a little bit, but not much. Although if the front seat wasn't reclined and it was moved up more, it'd be much more comfortable. I'd rather be there. All right, so now we're gonna do the drive, and I do apologize about the hair, but the wind is kind of blowing me all around. So this one, having all the luxury features in it, LT luxury truck, however you want to call it, is pretty nice to have. It's almost how I would option it out. Now, I did a review on the diesel equipped version of this truck, and it was pretty okay. It didn't have the V6's power in terms of instant get up and go. However, it did have the hauling power. Although properly equipped, this truck can tow 7,000 pounds. The diesel can only tow 700 more pounds. So the question you have to ask yourself is, do I need the diesel in order to haul that extra 700 pounds, or am I good with the 7,000 pounds that the standard vehicle can tow. Because if you're fine with just the 7,000 pound tow rating, which is dang near full-size truck anyway, you'll be doing okay. But 7,000 pounds is a lot of hauling in a mid-size pickup truck. So it's obviously a little bit quieter than the diesel. This one rides pretty nice. It's got the slightly upgraded wheels. It's got the full leather package. It's probably how I would have optioned it outside of the lava orange, but it's just not my color. I like the driving into sitting position. I'm now in my comfortable position and I have good sight lines and visibility over the hood. And I'm actually sitting behind a Tundra right now. It's not much bigger. Chevy right now is doing a thing where they're within cubic feet of pushing their vehicles into the next level up in terms of class of vehicle. So yes, this is technically a mid-size truck, but it's almost a half-ton Chevy. You know, more of a half-ton than a mid-size in my opinion, especially when you consider how much it can tow. Steering is pretty light in it. I wish it was a little bit heavier, to be honest with you, but I do know that this is targeted towards a lot more than just, you know, tall dudes. Brakes, they're up to the job. Doesn't feel like it's taxed at all. I did one panic stop earlier, but I didn't film it because sight lines aren't bad from where I'm sitting. I can see around the truck pretty good. How about a little acceleration? It's fair. This vehicle is pretty close in relation with its V6 to the Camaro's engine. However, it makes less power. In the Camaro, it makes 330 horsepower, right around there. In this application, it's 305 horsepower, 269 foot-pounds of torque. So that's obviously less than the Camaro, but it always tends to be that way. The 5-liter in the F-150 makes less power than it does in the Mustang. So it's just the way it goes. It's plenty of power for this truck. Visibility out of the side of the vehicle is pretty good. I don't have any real problems with that. Mirrors are fair in size. They could be a little bit bigger. Probably would help if I had them adjusted correctly. This one does have the blind spot mirror, which I do like. It's a little convex piece of mirror that's integrated into the actual mirror itself versus being just stuck on like most people tend to do it. And it allows you to see vehicles that could potentially be in your blind spot. Why there isn't one in the other mirror, I'm not sure. You think it would have it, especially since this vehicle, although it is heavily equipped, does not have lane keep alert or forward collision alert on this particular one, although it does have a lot of nice features. Would this truck be good for long trips? Sure, I don't see why not. It's very comfortable in here. I have plenty of room, although the emergency brake does kind of get in the way of the dead pedal on the left side for me. It is a little bit of a niggle, but I'm fine with it. As is standard for most of my videos now, as we pull into the dealership, I would like to thank Manassas Chevrolet for letting me borrow the truck. Their contact information is in the comment section down below. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them for me and I will answer them as I can, as well as leave any comments, suggestions on other vehicles I could be reviewing for you, and I will take it all into consideration and we'll just kind of see what happens. Turning radius is pretty fair. It's obviously tighter than the equivalent Silverado. It's not so big that you have to sit there and worry about everything you're doing. So it's not bad at all. So that's the truck. Thank you for looking at it. Today's outro will be a little bit different from normal in that I'm not inside the truck. I decided to do the test driving first, so then I was able to do all the walk around and all the other stuff. So I figured I'm already on the outside of the truck. I might as well just finish the video out here. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave me any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to. I have been double checking and my counters are definitely stuck. I don't know why. I don't know if YouTube is doing some service or maintenance because I was able to upload videos fine, but I'm missing about 24,000 views and probably missing a few subscribers, but I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to contact and maybe shoot off. I grew up in Schenectady, New York, so I shouldn't be able to just fall into that accent, but it does happen. So I'm going to shoot off an email. I'm going to get this to stay down because this is just, I wore a hat into work, leave me alone. So yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to subscribe. I won't know about it until they fix the issue with the counters, but I'd love to see more people come to the channel. Leave me questions, comments, concerns. I answer them. Sometimes the comments aren't nice, but I still try to answer them. So we'll see what happens. Until we do the next video, I'll talk to you later. I can't sell it. It has a deposit on it. Hitting pedestrians is bad. I think. I've never done it. My car's louder.